Long before modern romance, before roses, chocolates, and greeting cards, love was a dangerous thing. To love deeply often meant to risk everything: freedom, honor, family, even life itself. Across centuries, love has sparked wars, ended dynasties, and inspired unimaginable sacrifice. Yet some love stories stand above all others, not because they were perfect, but because they were real. Full of hope, pain, desire, fear, and devotion, these are the greatest love stories ever recorded in human history. Stories that shaped civilizations, stories that echo through time, and stories that still whisper to the human heart even thousands of years later. Saint Valentine. In the 3rd century, the Roman Empire was built on war. Emperor Claudius II believed that love weakened men. He believed soldiers fought better when they had nothing to lose. So he made a terrifying decree: marriage was forbidden. Young lovers were torn apart. Families were shattered. But one man dared to challenge their empire. His name was Valentine, a quiet Christian priest who believed that love was sacred. Under the cover of darkness, Valentine secretly married couples inside hidden rooms and shadowed chambers. Each ceremony risked death. Yet night after night he continued, until one evening Roman soldiers stormed his chamber. Valentine was chained, dragged through stone corridors, and thrown into a dark prison. There, in a cold cell, Valentine met the jailer's daughter, a young blind woman. Through compassion, prayer, and kindness, her sight slowly returned. And as days passed, something unexpected happened. They fell in love. Two souls connected inside a place meant to destroy hope, but the empire would show no mercy. On the night before his execution, Valentine wrote her a final letter. Words soaked in sorrow, love, and acceptance. He signed it simply, "From your Valentine." At dawn, Valentine was led outside the prison walls. His life ended, but his love did not. Centuries later, his sacrifice became the symbol of devotion, courage, and eternal love. And that is the true origin of Valentine's Day. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Few love stories ever shook the world like theirs. Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt; Mark Antony, Rome's most feared general. Their first meeting was legendary. Cleopatra arrived dressed as the goddess Isis, sailing on golden ships wrapped in perfume and silk. Antony was captivated instantly. Their love burned fiercely. They ruled together, dreamed together, planned an empire together. But Rome demanded loyalty, and Cleopatra was Rome's enemy. As war erupted, their world collapsed. In a cruel twist of fate, Antony was falsely told that Cleopatra had taken her own life. Broken beyond reason, he fell upon his sword. Mortally wounded, he was carried to Cleopatra's arms. She wept as his blood soaked her royal robes. He died whispering her name. Days later, refusing to live without him, Cleopatra sealed her fate. With a venomous serpent pressed to her skin, she chose death. Not as defeat, but as reunion. Two rulers, one forbidden love, one tragic ending, and a legend that still haunts history. Heloise and Abelard. In medieval France, knowledge was power. Abelard was a brilliant philosopher. Heloise was his gifted student. Their minds met first, then their hearts followed. Their love was intense, intellectual, and forbidden. When Heloise became pregnant, they secretly married, but a powerful uncle discovered the truth. In vengeance, Abelard was brutally attacked, permanently altering his life. In shame and sorrow, both lovers entered religious orders, separated forever. They would never touch again, never embrace again, never share a life. Instead, they wrote letters. Letters filled with longing, regret, memories, and undying devotion. Their correspondence remains among the most emotional love letters ever written, proof that love can survive even when physical closeness is destroyed. Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. When Mumtaz Mahal died during childbirth, the world stopped for Shah Jahan. The mighty emperor collapsed in grief. For days, he refused food. For weeks, he spoke to no one. His hair turned white almost overnight. But then he made a vow. He would build her a tomb so beautiful that the world would never forget her name. For 20 years, over 20,000 artisans worked, marble from distant lands, precious stones from across continents, every detail shaped by devotion. The result, the Taj Mahal, a monument to love. A palace of grief, a marble echo of heartbreak. Even today, centuries later, lovers travel from across the world to stand before it, not to admire architecture, but to feel love. Paolo and Francesca. In medieval Italy, Francesca was forced into marriage, but her heart belonged to Paolo, her husband's brother. Their love grew in secret glances, hidden meetings, silent longing. Until one night they were discovered and killed instantly. Their story later inspired Dante's Inferno, where he placed them in the second circle of hell, not as punishment, but as eternal lovers, forever spinning together in sorrowful embrace. Even in death, their love refused to die. Every era tells the same story. Love is not safe. It is not gentle. It is powerful. And sometimes it demands everything. But perhaps that is why love stories never fade. Because somewhere deep inside us, we all long to love and be loved that deeply. As these stories fade into history, their emotions remain alive. Because love is the only force powerful enough to cross centuries, cultures, and civilizations. Empires collapse, cities turn to dust, names fade into silence. But love endures. If these stories touched your heart, share them with someone you love. And if you believe in love that transcends time, subscribe to YRNTKT. You really need to know this, and join us as we uncover the most powerful human stories ever lived.